On a moon bathed in the silver glow of a giant gas planet lived a girl named Luna. Her world was a kaleidoscope of swirling colors, whispering winds, and caves filled with sparkling crystals. Luna, with her lavender skin and eyes that sparkled like stardust, was never lonely. She had Orion, her cat, by her side. Orion, with his sleek black fur, was her best friend, her confidant, her partner in exploring the shimmering crystal forests of their moon. They were two souls connected by an invisible thread of love and adventure. Now Orion, despite his name reminding one of the great constellation, had a mischievous streak. One day, while Luna was captivated by a rare lunar flower unfurling its petals in a burst of stardust, Orion decided to go exploring on his own. Hours passed, and Luna couldn't find Orion. She had searched every corner of the high-tech city, her heart growing heavier with each passing minute. The neon lights that once seemed so vibrant now felt cold and distant, mirroring her growing despair. The wind, usually a symphony, now sounded like a chorus of worry in her ears. It howled through the alien landscape, carrying with it the whispers of her fears. Each gust seemed to mock her, reminding her of the time slipping away. "Orion!" she called, her voice echoing through the crystal caves. "Where are you?" The caves, with their shimmering walls, reflected her desperation back at her. Every echo felt like a plea to the universe, a cry for help that went unanswered. Finally, she found a clue, a tuft of black fur caught on a shard of shimmering crystal, near a path leading towards the landing platform. Her heart leapt with a mix of hope and dread. Was this a sign that Orion had been here, or was it a remnant of a past encounter? The landing platform. It was a place bustling with starships, their shiny outer bodies gleaming with the promise of faraway galaxies. The hum of engines and the chatter of travelers filled the air, creating a cacophony of sounds that seemed to drown out her thoughts. Fear coiled in Luna's stomach. The thought of losing Orion forever was unbearable. She had to find him, no matter the cost. Her mind raced with possibilities, each one more terrifying than the last. Racing towards the platform, Luna's heart pounded like a drum. Each step felt like an eternity, the distance between her and the platform stretching endlessly. She pushed herself harder, driven by a mix of hope and desperation. The air buzzed with the energy of departing ships, the ground vibrating beneath her feet. The vibration seemed to resonate with her own frantic heartbeat, a reminder of the urgency of her mission. She scanned the ships, her hopes shrinking with each passing moment. Each vessel that took off without Orion felt like a blow to her spirit. The platform was vast, and the number of ships overwhelming, but she couldn't give up. And then she saw him, a flash of black disappearing up the ramp of a sleek silver vessel named Star Wanderer. Relief and determination surged through her. This was her chance. She had to reach him before the ship took off, or risk losing him forever. Without a second thought, Luna leaped onto the closing ramp of the Star Wanderer. She found Orion huddled beneath a pile of shimmering cargo, his eyes wide with a mixture of fear and excitement. Relief washed over Luna. She scooped him into her arms, burying her face in his soft fur. "Never do that again," she whispered, her voice choked with emotion. But her scolding was cut short by the rumble of the engines. The Star Wanderer was taking off, leaving Luna's moon a shrinking jewel in the vastness of space. Panic surged through her. She was trapped, hurtling through the cosmos on a ship heading to an unknown place. What would become of her? What would become of Orion? The landing was rough, the Star Wanderer shaking and shuddering as it entered Earth's atmosphere. Peeking out, Luna was greeted by a sight that took her breath away. Gone were the shimmering crystals and swirling colors of her moon. Here, a vibrant blue sky met a tapestry of greens and browns, dotted with sparkling water. The air hummed with the sounds of life. Birds singing, leaves rustling, the distant rumble of something unfamiliar. Stepping onto solid ground, Luna felt a strange new sensation beneath her feet. Grass. It was soft, yielding, and tickled her skin. The air was alive with the sweet scent of flowers, a stark contrast to the metallic smell of the spaceship. "Wow, a real-life alien!" a voice exclaimed, breaking the silence. Luna spun around to find herself face-to-face with a boy. He had messy brown hair, eyes that shone with curiosity, and a smattering of freckles across his nose. "I'm Leo," he said, extending a hand. "What's your name?" Luna, unsure how to respond, simply stared at him. She had never seen a human before. He was so different from the beings on her moon, yet there was a kindness in his eyes that put her at ease. "This is Orion," she finally mumbled, clutching her cat a little tighter. "And I'm Luna." Leo's smile widened. "Nice to meet you, Luna," he said, his voice friendly. "Welcome to Earth." Talking to each other was tricky at first. Luna spoke a language of starlight and whispers, while Leo spoke in a language that sounded like the rustling of leaves and the gurgling of streams. But somehow they found ways to understand each other. Leo, ever the patient teacher, introduced Luna to the wonders of Earth. He showed her the magic of a sunset over the ocean, the taste of ripe berries warmed by the sun, and the joy of building sandcastles on the beach. With each passing day, Luna felt her fear and loneliness melt away, replaced by a warmth she couldn't quite explain. Being with Leo felt like watching a star being born, exhilarating, a little bit scary, and utterly captivating. One evening, sitting beneath a sky ablaze with stars, Luna felt a mix of emotions she couldn't quite describe. The vast expanse above seemed to mirror the complexity of her feelings. She had been carrying a secret, a burden that weighed heavily on her heart. Luna finally confessed the truth about her accidental arrival on Earth. She spoke of the loneliness she felt, the fear of being misunderstood, and the longing for her home. Her voice trembled as she recounted the events that led her to this strange, beautiful planet. To her surprise, Leo didn't laugh or dismiss her story. He didn't question her sanity or make light of her experiences. Instead, he listened with wide eyes and a look of wonder, absorbing every word she said. His reaction was not one of disbelief, but of genuine curiosity and empathy. He seemed to understand the gravity of her situation, the weight of her words. "That's incredible, Luna," he whispered, his gaze fixed on the stars. "You're from another world." His voice was filled with awe and respect, as if he had just been entrusted with the most precious secret in the universe. For the first time since she'd left her moon, tears welled up in Luna's eyes. These were not tears of sorrow or despair, but of a profound sense of relief. She had finally found someone who believed her, someone who didn't think she was crazy. But they weren't tears of sadness or fear. They were tears of relief, of gratitude, of feeling understood and accepted. It was as if a heavy burden had been lifted off her shoulders. They were tears of relief, of gratitude, of having found a friend in this strange, beautiful new world. She felt a connection with Leo that she had never felt with anyone else on Earth, of having found a friend in this strange, beautiful new world. Leo, in his own way, understood her tears. He didn't need to say much. His presence was enough to convey his support and understanding. Leo, in his own way, understood her tears. He didn't try to wipe them away, but simply sat beside her, offering her the comfort of his presence. His silence spoke volumes, providing her with the space she needed to process her emotions. He didn't try to wipe them away, but simply sat beside her, offering her the comfort of his presence. It was a silent agreement, a mutual understanding that words could not capture, but simply sat beside her, offering her the comfort of his presence. As they sat there, bathed in starlight, Luna felt a sense of peace she hadn't known in a long time. She realized that she was no longer alone in her journey. As they sat there, bathed in starlight, Luna knew that her life would never be the same. She had found a friend, a confidant, and perhaps a new beginning. The stars above seemed to shine a little brighter, as if celebrating this newfound connection. Luna knew that her life would never be the same. She had taken the first step towards a new chapter, one filled with hope, friendship, and endless possibilities. The night sky, once a reminder of her loneliness, now felt like a canvas of dreams waiting to be explored. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Luna learned to navigate the complexities of Earth, its customs, and its language. She even discovered a love for chocolate ice cream, much to Leo's amusement. But as much as she grew to love Earth, the memory of her moon lingered in her heart. The thought of her family, her friends, and her home filled her with a deep longing. The Star Wanderer, having undergone repairs, was finally ready to return to Luna's moon. The time had come for her to make a choice: stay on Earth, a place that felt increasingly like home, or return to the familiar embrace of her own world. Standing at the foot of the Star Wanderer's ramp, Luna felt the weight of the universe on her shoulders. The cold metal beneath her feet contrasted sharply with the warmth of the memories flooding her mind. Luna felt her heart being pulled in two directions. The vastness of space seemed to echo her internal struggle, each star a reminder of the choices she had to make. On one hand was Leo, his eyes filled with a love that mirrored her own, a love that had grown stronger with every shared moment, every whispered secret under the night sky. A love that transcended planets and galaxies, a bond that felt as eternal as the cosmos itself. Their connection was like a constellation, each star a memory, each line a promise. On the other hand were her roots, her family, the people who had shaped her into who she was. The moon, with its serene landscapes and silent craters, held her childhood dreams and her deepest fears. The moon that held her memories, the place where she had first looked up at the stars and wondered what lay beyond. It was a place of comfort, of familiarity, a sanctuary in the vast unknown, and whispered her name in the language of stardust. What would she choose? The love that promised adventure and discovery, or the roots that offered stability and a sense of belonging? The answer, as it turned out, was simpler than she imagined. It wasn't about choosing one over the other, but about finding a way to honor both parts of her heart. Because Luna realized that love wasn't about choosing one world over another. It was about embracing the complexity of her feelings, about weaving together the threads of her life into a tapestry that was uniquely her own. It was about building bridges across the stars, about creating connections that spanned light years, about finding a way to be whole in a universe that often demanded division, about carrying the love you find in one world to enrich another. Luna knew that her journey was just beginning, that the path ahead was filled with both challenges and wonders. And so, with a tearful goodbye to Leo, she held on to the hope that their love would endure the distance, that it would grow stronger with every passing star. And a promise to return, a vow that echoed in the silent expanse of space, a promise that was as unbreakable as the bond they shared. Luna boarded the Star Wanderer, her heart brimming with both sorrow and hope. Each step felt like a farewell and a new beginning, a step towards the unknown and a step back to her roots. Her heart brimming with both sorrow and hope, she knew that this journey would change her, that she would return as someone new, yet deeply connected to her past. She was leaving a part of herself on Earth, but she was also taking a piece of Earth with her, a piece that would forever shine brightly in her heart. The stars seemed to guide her, each one a beacon of hope, a reminder that she was never truly alone. But she was also taking a piece of Earth with her, a piece that would forever shine brightly in her heart. She clutched a small keepsake, a token of her love and her roots, a symbol of the life she was leaving behind and the new one she was about to embrace. A piece that would forever shine brightly in her heart. As the Star Wanderer ascended, Luna felt a sense of peace wash over her. She was ready for whatever lay ahead, knowing that love would be her guiding star.